Days Gone was one of my favorite games in 2020 and will be one of my favorite games in 2021 because I'm still playing this great game. Today we're talking about HGiG, dynamic tone mapping, and a little bit of a downside. Enjoy. Actually, there are two downsides, but we are starting with the first one. And by the way, welcome back to my channel, Amok for All. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe now. I will much appreciate it. First downside is the internal calibration from the PlayStation has no impact on the game whatsoever. So again, it doesn't matter what you set up here. It will not change anything in the game. So the next downside is, and maybe you already know what's going on, we have black rays from the LG CX on my LG CX for sure. As soon I'm enabling HDR and SDR, the brightness from 50 is perfect black on the loading screen in the game everywhere. As soon as I'm enabling HDR, I have to reduce this to 48 to get my perfect black back. It is not that worse than in Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the Xbox, but it is visible. It is very minor compared to Assassin's Creed, to be very honest, because in Assassin's Creed it was like really very visible. For you on the camera on your screen, you can't see any difference because you have to turn all the lights off to see actually something changing. And again, it is very minor, but there is a black rays when you enable HDR. So, because I'm recording this game at the moment for my Let's Plays in HDR, what I'm trying to find out at the moment is this black rays already in the recording, which means it comes from the PlayStation to the LG, or is this black level really just a problem from the LG when you turn on HDR? So, unfortunately, with my 4K screen, the black level is so bad, it's a TN display, it's so bad I can't really see any proper black level. And as soon I'm trying to play the file here in HDR, I will have, of course, this raising black level again. So maybe some of you can do some testing at home if maybe you're experiencing the same issue on a different TV, not just the LG CX, maybe the B9 or C9 or something like this, or maybe as well with complete different OLED panels like the Sony. I really like to know actually if this is really just an issue with the panel, or if the PlayStation outputs a wrong black level or brightness level when you turn on HDR. This is the question. Okay, nevertheless, this game looks great in HDR. That's why I'm continuing playing game with probably, I'm not sure about the settings, to be honest, in the recording, when I'm recording. But what I would suggest if you play this game on your LG CX, reduce the brightness to 48 and also change the brightness here in the option menu from 5 to 6 because you reduce the brightness to 48. The problem is what I found, you're also losing some details in the dark, which is interesting because in Assassin's Creed Valhalla there was actually not really details what you lost. It was just getting back the right brightness. But anyway, this HDR in Assassin's Creed Valhalla is completely broken in my opinion. Here we have just a little minor increase in the black level, but again it is noticeable if you watch very closely. Anyway, 48 in the brightness or on the LG CX, and brightness from 5 to 6. You can see you have a raise in the brightness, which makes the game anyway, because you're using HGiG, this is the recommendation anyway, because when you change this to dynamic tone mapping on, as always what happened in every game, it will just blow out the picture. Not here, of course, because we talked about this, because we have already a very bright object here, so dynamic tone mapping is not doing anything here. But when we go back and we just look in this direction and we're changing dynamic tone mapping on HGiG, you can see HGiG is again much darker. But of course, when you look at a very bright scene, we don't have a very bright scene here. No, this is not bright enough. But this is the issue with HGiG versus dynamic tone mapping. It's not an issue with HGiG, it's an issue with dynamic tone mapping. So I really don't like how dynamic tone mapping is working. And if you like to know how it's working, I made a video about this, how actually slow dynamic tone mapping is to adjust the picture during the whole time. So I would strongly recommend, as always, play this in HGiG. Okay, so with these settings on the LG CX, you have a great picture. And again, I think my camera can't catch this, and it's really time for a new camera, because this is, now we have sunrise. This looks so amazing. And just keep in mind, this is a PlayStation 4 game. This is not a PlayStation 5 game. And this is one of the best looking game overall, what I played so far. And I really think that even Ghost of Tsushima is second place. Okay, look at this sunrise. This is just amazing. I know it's blown out on my camera at the moment, but this is just amazing, really. When I'm recording the game, I think I will change the brightness from 6 to 5 back, just to make sure I'm not over brightening the recording for my Let's Plays. But so far, change the internal brightness from the game from 5 to 6, change the brightness from the LG CX to 48, and you have a great picture like this. This is just so amazing. Look at this. And I can't wait to continue playing this game. And I will continue now. And so thank you very much for watching me again. Leave me a like, subscribe to my channel, please. And also put in a comment. Oh, I'm leaving the mission zone. That's bad. Okay. Anyway, so put in the comments what you think about the game, HGiG versus dynamic tone mapping on. And yeah, as always, thank you very much. I see you next time. Bye.